I boiled everything down to 5 key things, okay? This video is not sponsored, but I will provide links in the description below, just so that way you can find all the equipment I'm describing. I will try to find as low of a price as I can find. But anyway, so first what you need is a camera. If you don't have a camera, a smartphone's camera will do just fine. Camera quality does not matter, honestly. And the whole idea that it does is kind of stupid, in my opinion, at least for beginners. Obviously, when you're a professional, it matters. But when you're just learning, it'll be just fine. I know that you're excited about your project, but it's much more important that you learn how to use your limitations to your advantage, because having unlimited resources has been found to make much worse results. And so, yeah, equipment doesn't matter. Understanding your craft does. Your tools do not determine your path as an artist, but it's your dedication to practice, your openness to feedback, as well as your willingness to fail that does. Second piece of equipment that you're going to need is a microphone, i.e. the Sennheiser MKE 600. You're going to need a microphone and a field recorder. If you don't know what a field recorder looks like, I had one right here. This is the Zoom F3 field recorder. If you don't have one, obviously you probably don't, you can just use your cell phone. It does the trick. I'll show you in a second how you can set it up.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh, what happened? Oh, shit.
As you saw with that little test right there, you couldn't tell that I was using a cell phone for audio. Not unless you really are an audiophile and everything. Picked up the sound just fine. You didn't see it either, but yeah. So I've done that before. It works just fine. As long as you know how to do room tone and everything, you are on a great path, my friend. So obviously, let's just look at my neighbor right here. That's my third part of equipment that you're going to need at least access to. So you're going to need a computer. There's multiple things that you can do with a computer. As you can see, I'm recording the audio externally right now from my camera, but you can also use it for video editing and writing, most obviously. I have a few specifications that do matter. No Chromebook, and preferably 32 gigabytes of memory or RAM, not storage, but RAM. That's because I've got a laptop with 16 gigs on it. That thing tried to melt itself when I would try to just edit, like, not even HD footage. But yeah, if you think that your 2017 MacBook is going to handle everything just fine, my friend, I hate to break it to you, but you are sorely wrong. It's going to get fried. Like, you are going to be able to make a burger on it that's well done within 10 seconds of just touching the meat to the computer. Okay, that's how hot it's going to be. Obviously, get a good graphics card. Like, if you're custom building, or just like make sure that the computer you're borrowing has a decent graphics card, because like when you're rendering your film, it's going to take a little bit of time, and the better you have, the faster it's going to take. So next up, you're going to need some way to store your files. I personally have a couple of hard drives. I do heavily recommend that you get SSDs, so solid state drives. I want to say NVMe is better than SATA. SATA's cheaper though. I know I'm just going into a bunch of jargon. Anyway, the core thing that you need to know, hard disk drives have actual physical disks inside of them. They're much easier to break. An SSD is going to last much longer and is much more difficult to break. Obviously, you can still break it, but it's not nearly as hard. I had an 18 terabyte hard drive, and I hate Seagate because they were not, like, I had a warranty on it. After about, 4 months? This thing was $200 and something, $230 for 18 terabytes. Great deal, by the way. It broke. Like, I sent it back. They weren't able to recover anything. I lost probably, at least a half a terabyte of my portfolio work. Like, I've got it up on my site. I've got some of the portfolio stuff up on my site, but like a lot of my photography stuff, a lot of my work was on there. So again, I would recommend getting a solid state drive. Last and most obviously, you need to edit your footage and audio together. I will happily teach you how to do that soon. And I hate to break it to you, but iMovie's not going to do it. Nor are Windows Movie Maker, Clipchamp, Canva, and my least personal favorite, CapCut. What you're really going to want is one of two softwares. Obviously, there are more, but these are the two that I recommend. First being DaVinci Resolve, which is free. Like, there's a free version and then there's a paid version that's a one-time licensing fee. After that, you don't need to pay for a subscription, which is nice. Premiere Pro, on the other hand, is subscription-based. That's the only one I'm actually familiar with. I'm still learning DaVinci Resolve, but you can also get it through you can also get Premiere Pro through your employer or school, which is how I access Premiere Pro currently.